Hey, look at there. You see him? Well, open your damn eyes in. It's the old-timey country down-home red state update podcast and them. Coming to you from a bunker underneath Jackie's Market in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. And here they are, both of them.
Dunlap, you there?
Jackie,
Yeah, it's me.
where are you at? You run out to Walmart?
No, I didn't go to Walmart. I ain't going anywhere. I'm gonna stay in here till they get the vaccine. I reckon is what I hear.
How long do you think that's going to be, would you say? In the race to develop a vaccine and the race for your body to shut down
All right.
by natural causes, who do you think the winner of that's going to be?
I don't know. I'll probably be down here either way. Either I'm gonna die down here, or they'll get a vaccine, and they'll come by here and give me a shot. I don't know. Hell, I don't know.
Who's going to come down there? It stinks. Those stairs ain't safe. Nobody's going to come down there and give you a shot.
Somebody would come. If they get something, somebody got to go everywhere and give it. Or I guess you got to get out. And of course, if you catch it by the time you get to the place, you got to get a shot. I guess it's fine. Yeah, there'll be Walmart parking lots and big lot parking lots. They'll be out there.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
that's what they said. Yeah, they want you to go to them so you can buy a Little Debbie and a Coke when you get there.
That sounds good. Actually, whether they had a vaccine or not, that make me want to go over there now, but I ain't going to. I don't care. I ain't ready to liberate nothing. I just want to keep my rear end down here till things are, hopefully better.
So you're telling me, Jackie, that when the president and Laura Ingraham sends out a note to red-blooded, bloodthirsty Americans who are upset that Walmart closed the garden center, that to liberate this, Virginia, that you're not getting in your truck, hauling Miss Broles up them stairs, throwing her in the back.
No.
Then here we come. Liberation.
No.
Liberation Nation.
I don't even know what liberate means. Just go out and raise hell. First off, I know it means go out and get sick. That's one thing. But as far as what you do besides that, it's just hollering and screaming, banging on the door. What else are you supposed to do?
It's a lot like them protests when people, were they mad at gay people? Were church people mad at gay people and went to Chick-fil-A to protest gay people? Or were they mad that gay people were upset with Chick-fil-A and they went to protest gay people being upset over being attacked? And they just sit in that line at Chick-fil-A. It's kind of like one of them protests where it's the dumbest way of protesting over just the most pathetic cause.
Yeah. No reason to do it, right? I mean,
my hose is nearly wore out. The hose is nearly wore out. I can't water. I mean, I can water it, but there's a kink in it, and you got to keep your thumb on that kink. And the other thumb, I need a sprayer on it. So, yeah, I got my gun and come down here to the Michigan governor's mansion to yell, lock her up. Conveniently, we're yelling it at a woman.
Yeah, that always seems to come in handy anytime it's a woman. Yeah.
So, yeah, liberate, Jack. You got to liberate Michigan, Minnesota, Virginia.
No.
And then, of course, everybody on Twitter, it's a crazy game where you realize, oh, he's just doing this to make us mad. And then also to do the part about the violent overthrow of Democratic governors. Like it's both at the same time. It's a terrible game.
I don't see any game in it at all. First off, he's crazy. He's a madman. Every time I say, and I try not to watch these things. Like this last one he had before last is his TV show. I saw what everybody was saying after it. Everybody got on and said, I've never seen it. I guess the one where he showed a little video, he had a movie he showed everybody. and CNN, MS, all of them except Fox, just everybody. I've never seen a president more unhinged. I've never seen him out of control like this. This president is just like. Have y'all not been watching him? Y'all are in there every day. How is this day any worse than what it did 2 days ago? Every one of them's crazy. There ain't one special extra crazy. No, every damn one of them crazy. What has he done? First off, let's say that. What actually, besides stopping a trip to China, a few of them anyway, what the hell has a man done? Everybody keeps saying that to support him. If you just leave him alone, that he's doing the best he can. Then what? What has he done? Besides telling people to liberate themselves of the governor that's trying to save a damn life. What the hell else has he done?
Oh, are you asking me?
Anybody.
Well, it's just you and me here, Jackie.
I didn't know who's looking at this. Is there anybody?
No,
I thought everybody on the
it's
computer
going
could
to
see
be you
this.
and me.
No.
No.
Oh, okay.
I mean, they can, but they're not going to.
Oh.
Jackie, you bring up a good point. Like when what has he done? Well, we can look back to the weekend press conferences. Like they released guidelines yesterday. Didn't you see them guidelines? Don't you feel now like guided and lined?
It ain't no different. No.
He cut off funds to the World Health Organization, or did he just threaten to?
That.
Again, it's like one of those things where he says he's going to do it, but is he going to do it? Does that mean he's really doing it? Who has to do it? Like, I think before, when presidents come out and said, we're cutting off funds to the World Health Organization, they were doing it after they had done it. That somebody, I'm not saying Bush knew how to do things, but there was somebody there who knew how to do the things and did them before he went out and said whatever he was going to say.
Yeah.
And nobody thought he was smart.
No.
But he did all that beforehand. Took care of all that. Now, when somebody says something we don't know, again, it's a game to make us mad and also really also happening at the same time.
Yeah.
So you can be like, oh, he's not really a fascist because it's just a game, except for the parts where him saying it is also, so it's happening. So it's both. It's like if you're playing Monopoly and you buy a boardwalk and you're like, oh, no, it's just a game of Monopoly. But then you get like the deed in the mail and also like, oh, your money's gone because you bought boardwalk. It's like at the same time.
Yeah.
But worse because everybody's dying.
People, Monopoly really not. You don't have, this many people dying. Good Lord.
I'd take Mr. Monopoly as president over Trump.
I'd
take any of them. The little, the Scotty dog.
Scott, in there a boot or a shoe or something like that, I'd take it. An
candelabra.
Iron.
I may be getting it mixed up with Clue.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, anybody from Clue or Monopoly or any item.
Colonel Mustard, President Mustard, please.
Oh, man, I love mustard.
Um,
So May 1st is his new deadline. He's really concentrating on that, which may happen because today the fucking
watch your mouth.
Florida's opening up the beaches. Texas is opening shit up.
Sure.
I mean, everybody know. I mean, Cuomo said, this ain't sustainable, but you can't just like let everybody die. In the zombie movie, they're all in the mall. Everybody wants to leave the mall. Like they're upset about being stuck in the mall.
I'd rather be stuck in a mall, though. In a lot of these people's apartments, I'm sure they'd much rather be in the mall. But other than that,
Walking Dead, they're all upset about all the bullshit they got to go through, but they're not like, I'm just going to open up a McDonald's here. They're just going to go back to the way it was. We can't live like this. We're killing ourselves mentally by not letting these zombies eat our fucking guts out.
All right, watch your mouth,
Just get down there and tongue them guts out.
Normally, I wouldn't mind if you want to go out there and do yourself in. Go, so be it. If that's how you want it, I want to catch it because the Lord put it here on earth, or the Lord wants me going to work at the shoe store because if I get sick, I get sick. I understand people have that mentality. So be it, but it ain't just that. It's just you run the risk of getting everybody sick around you. it ain't just you and the rest of the idiots out there. It's all of us, because one of them going to get it and may not show. They got them people who get it and it don't show nothing, so you don't know whether they got it till you done, hung out with your buddy, looking, raising hell by garden hoses. Next thing you know, you're both, either in the hospital or dead.
Well, I hope when he goes to the hospital, they let him take his hose with him.
Well, let him do it.
Becky, you sound like an un-American traitor.
All right.
No less of a great American patriot than Laura Ingraham today said, how many of you who fought, who urged our government to help liberate the Iraqis, Syrians, Kurds, Afghanis, are as committed now to liberating Virginia, Minnesota, California, etc.?
What does that mean?
I don't know, but I didn't know what Yankee Doodle went to town meant either. I think I read it on like Mental Floss or something, but I done forgot. Does anybody remember what they read on Mental Floss? Like you Google it, oh yeah, that's what that macaroni. I get it now, but I don't. It's gone.
What is it?
I'm just saying, Laura Ingraham is the person who wrote Yankee Doodle went to town of this generation of idiots.
Wow.
Mutiny on the Bounty, Jackie. We're working our way back through the week. Remember when President, what's his name?
Shit, excuse my language.
Yeah. So he said, what did he say? He tweeted, I seen that movie, Mutiny on the Bounty or whatever. But like, he does resemble him.
He's fat, yeah.
Doesn't work out great for him. And resembles him on the inside as well.
Yeah, it's been a long time since I've seen it, but yeah, what's his name? Bly, whipped people, mean people, but yeah, just an awful individual. Hence, the reason they got tired of it and did something about it. If there anybody was going to liberate anything, you didn't hear that from me. I ain't no damn Laura Ingraham.
That does seem like it was, hey, we don't have to put up with this. And they was on a boat.
They was
Trapped on a boat.
Trapped on a boat, yep.
Didn't have anywhere to go. How you feel about boat movies in general? You like them? You don't like them? What's your favorite boat movie?
I like what's the one that throw Russell Crowe's, the old-timey boat, shooting a cannon. I like that one. That's a good boat movie. I don't care about Titanic because I know what's going to happen. I don't want to watch a boat go down. I want to see the boat do things. I don't want to watch it sink. I want to see the boat go here, go there, shoot a cannon. I don't want to watch it go down in the ocean for over 2 damn hours.
Yeah, it's like watching CNN these days.
Yeah.
Did you get your Trump check, Jackie?
I ain't seen none yet. Now, look, I'll get to the age where I don't run the store really anymore, and I just get my Social Security check, and it ain't enough for me to, file. So I don't know if I'm getting one or not.
Well, I hope you get a paper one that's got his name on it, and I hope I'm there when you open the envelope, and I hope I have my phone out to record your red-faced stroke and your ripping up of a $1,200 check.
I'll tell you what I'll do with it. I ain't going to rip it up. I'll tell you what I'm going to do is sign it, put it over, and give it to Biden, straight to him.
You going to give Joe Biden $1,200 damn dollars.
Somebody's got to.
So, let's see. Over the weekend, we're back to the Monday where Trump... When did everybody think he was going to fire Fauci? Which could still happen.
That could happen any minute. Who the hell knows? I don't know.
Was that over the weekend on Monday when he tweeted somebody who had hashtagged fire Fauci?
Today's the anniversary of the day that I've been cooped up in here from the last month, 16 to 16. I don't know what day it is. I don't know what he's done, who he's fired, who he's threatened to fire. I can't keep up with it. It's just craziness every day. It don't ever level off. And I tell you the reason, because he's on damn TV every damn day, and he's on the computer every damn day. Go to work. Do something. Besides raise hell. All these people want to raising hell, wanting to liberate. They all want to go to work. They all want to go back to work. You're somebody who can actually work. You're in a position where you got your job. You don't have to sit and watch damn TV all day. He ain't gonna listen to me. I don't even know why I waste my breath.
No, on Monday was when the president of the United States said, when somebody is president of the United States, your authority is total. The authority is total, and that's the way it's got to be. Total. I could do the voice, but I'm tired of it. And the governor, I couldn't really do the voice. I'd get about 30% there. And the governors know that. The authority of he's so mad at the governors. There's a, it's not funny. There's a terrible pandemic going on, a nationwide natural disaster happening slowly. They should have been prepared, but like every day he come out, I'm doing this. We stand with you. We stand with you. Instead,
running
every
down.
day he's picking a fight with every governor. It doesn't even make sense. It doesn't make sense.
People are dying. Yes, he could have done a lot more. He could have done so much. Like, first off, we know he didn't do nothing. He still ain't doing nothing, but he could have done something back as far back as January, maybe even December, October, what I hear. Now, look, you remember when, it hurts me to say this, it hurts my heart to say it because you know I love George W. But when Katrina handled that terribly, thousands of people died. What did he do? He didn't get on TV and start running them down and saying, the hell with you, the hell. No, he at least tried to do better. I'm not saying he did, but he at least made an effort.
He at least acted like he was trying to make an effort to do better.
Yes, he acted
he ain't
like
even
he
got
was
that.
doing. No, you ain't getting that from this man. The hell no. Right
You know
now,
what
he's going to run down the states because that's who's going to be. It's going to be their fault. It's already their fault. He didn't do nothing. The CDC, as far as I know, is the whole country's. It ain't just, where's it at, Georgia? It ain't just theirs. It's everybody's. But who's it working for? I don't know anybody it is. Hell.
So he started off the week saying president has total control and ended the week saying liberate Minnesota. And not from Garrison Keillor, which is understandable.
They looked out there. He's gone. Yeah, thank goodness.
So not a good week for the presidency. Not a good week to be a believer in democracy, freedom, the American way of life, unless you think the American way of life is being able to force people to bring you a sack of fertilizer out at damn Lowe's at the risk of their own health, so you can get out in the garden until you go to the hospital, a good little garden hospital.
Look, if I'm gonna die, I want my garden, I want my yard looking as good as it can.
And then people being forced to work, bring you fertilizer sack, they ain't got no money. So also maybe another thing could be being done is getting them more money.
Yeah.
In case they get sick, in case they don't want to risk their lives. Everybody, the unemployment rate, I believe, I don't have the exact number, but was 96% of the country is unemployed now, not getting any money.
Well, they're getting that $1,200.
Getting that 1,200 Trump bucks.
How long did Mnuchin, how you say his name? He said that lasts how many weeks people can live on that? A man who got more money than any of us can dream of is telling Americans they can live on it for 2 or 3 weeks, 12. I don't know what he says, months or something. Yeah, that's enough for him.
I could go to fucking Dollar General and spend $1,200. Easy. I might need somebody else's truck to haul it.
That don't even cover a lot of people's rent. What the hell are they supposed to do with it?
So also, I believe this come out over the weekend. The Council to Reopen America is Mark Meadows, Ivanka, Jared, Mnuchin, Larry Kudlow, Wilbur Ross, Robert Lighthizer. And then, it's a businessmen. It's like it's
not one doctor, not one scientist, not this. Never mind.
So governors are starting their own councils. They're getting together. It does feel like the run up to the Civil War, except for the horrors of slavery. But it's not like things are going great on any front.
Nope.
Well, you know, what was the reporter? The reporter asked Trump what they did in February, and then Trump got all mad. He gets mad. He always has a showdown with the reporter in every one of his TV shows.
Yeah.
What did he say to the reporter?
Which one? Which one did they holler at?
Well, the one that said, "What did tell me what you did in February?" And he was saying, was she disgraceful or nasty?
Oh yeah, disgraceful. Yeah, all that stuff. If it's a woman, she's disgraceful, nasty.
What a horrid. He sounds like, it's so funny because his whole allure to a lot of people is that he comes in, he's like, oh yeah, you know, he insults people, grab them by the you know what, and all this terrible. He's supposed to be. We've talked about this before. He's the Animal House. Like the people who love him think that he's John Belushi coming in, terrorizing the deep state with his witty quips. But whenever he gets challenged, he turns into Margaret Dumont himself. Oh, just disgraceful, just horrid. Like he's clutching his pearl. Just what a nasty, terrible thing. Just like he goes immediately to like this librarian scold.
How dare you? How dare you?
Yes. I never. Just like you are incorrigible. Well, I've never been incorrigible, but I was never in my prom date either. But that's not what I told everybody in the gym. Is that track?
What?
So I think that's the week in Trump, which is not good. I'm sure I left out a lot of horrors. They're going to fire the post office? Just tear that down?
Shut down the post office?
That just feels like something to get us. I know when people say that's a distraction, and you're like, that's a genuine threat. I don't know. This feels like one of those. I feel like they threaten us with taking the post office away a lot. Are they just floating that balloon?
I mean, they don't want to give them. If they don't give them money by September, they say that they're going to have to close up shop. But yeah, you're right. They've been wanting to privatize all of that stuff for a long time now. This has something to do with it's got two things. Now, I don't know what to believe or not with the damn president. It's all either true or it's a joke and it's true. It's both. He's supposed to be mad at Amazon somehow concerning that. And also, he don't want nobody to vote by mail. So if we can get rid of this between now and September, that does him good.
Cuomo said that he was wasting his life. Not Governor Cuomo. News finger air quotes Cuomo.
Let's get at it.
Let's get at it. I'm wasting my life getting at it.
Well, I've been screaming that at him for as long as he's been on TV.
You get down in the basement doing a TV show, you don't know if anybody's watching, like Jim Carrey, but you're Chris Cuomo, and you got COVID, and it affects your brain. Who knows what you're going to say about CNN?
Yeah, that's true.
And think how he feels when things are going good. Probably not great. Jackie, you like Dr. Oz?
Nope.
What about Dr. Phil?
Nope. Ain't none. Are either of them a real doctor?
One of them has scrubs.
They go on. I don't understand this. How do you go from Oprah to Hannity? That's a crossover that I didn't see coming, but I guess that's what it is now.
Dr. Phil looks like a potato you ain't finished scrubbing yet.
Yep.
So he, I guess, and Chris Cuomo feels like he ain't doing that great. Who knows how, but Dr. Phil and Dr. Oz feel like things are going A-OK.
Go on, get out there. They're telling you go on, get out. Yeah. And
Dr. Drew?
Most everybody, we should address this. It's not like it's fine, get out there, it's going to be okay. No. Everyone that says get out there follows it with, only so many people are going to die. So it's never like things are fine. Like everyone knows if people go, well, only this many people die. I don't know if it'll be you or not, but go on out there. It ain't going to be all of you. That's it. Yeah, never mind.
When it comes to children dying, said Dr. Oz, I think your odds are pretty good that it won't be yours. Death math. Everybody's doing death math these days.
Well, you got to. They ain't got no choice but to do death math because there's a deadly damn virus that's taking over the damn world right now.
So Florida's just crazy, right, Jackie? I mean, it's worse than ever.
Well, you just figuring that out now? Florida been crazy as far back I remember.
It ain't getting no better, though. Every day it's worse. It's just
no, it ain't getting no better. It's getting worse. If they're going to open up the beaches, yeah, it's getting worse. Spring break, I guarantee you, is half of what got all over the country, right? If you got it around you. And most of these places, you think, well, I don't see it here. It ain't here yet. Like Tennessee ain't even supposed to peak till mid-June. We don't have follow these numbers, death math. You add it up, you see when it's going to blow up. I read today that it's starting to show up in rural areas, getting bad. And I'm like, well, no, excuse my language, but no shit it is.
Florida also declared the WWE a damn essential business, which I agree with, but I don't want anybody to die because of it.
Nobody needs to die. And I heard right after they announced that, McMahon, all those wrestlers, he treats horribly. If your favorite wrestler, if you love them, you got to hate McMahon. It's
like Tiger King, but it's Tiger King, but with real people.
Yeah, it's a terrible individual. But I heard even after that, he fired a bunch of wrestlers immediately after they made the announcement that it was a, essential business. Yeah.
Yeah, and also the Super PAC run by Vince McMahon's wife, Linda McMahon, who also, I mean, it's not just his wife. She works for the WWE, right? Or did she quit? I mean, I would be surprised if she doesn't. She might not anymore. But I would be surprised in the Trump age if a family member said, maybe this looks bad. Any Trump friend, family member is not going to say, just for the sake of appearances. Yeah, so she's head of a super PAC, a pro-Trump, America First, pro-Trump super PAC with the racist Nazi name, announced it's pouring $18 million into Florida, which doesn't even sound like that much, honestly, now, but it ain't great on the same day that they made the WWE an essential business.
Yeah.
But, if the governor was like, I declare that the WWE is not an essential business, and Vince McMahon just come running down I've got a contract here that says I am an essential.
Yeah.
But I'll rip it up if you agree to face Roman Reigns.
I remember Roman Reigns, yeah.
Is he doing okay?
I hope so. I don't know. It's been a while.
I'm behind.
Me
Somebody
too.
Somebody tell me what's happening. Is it good now?
I hope he's good. I don't know.
Somebody tell me how wrestling is right now.
About sports in general. Now, Fauci, I heard him saying this. He's like, yeah, you can have sports again, but there ain't going to be no audience there. And you're going to have to, test tests, so probably not. Going to have to test these athletes over and over again before they play every time.
That doesn't sound so bad. Do you televise that part?
That's what you watch them all get a shot. Well, it'd be like part of like anything else. And today he is passed. He'll be on the field today. No coronavirus, and they let him go. You find out which ones have it, which ones don't. I hope none of them have it. I ain't wishing on nobody, but you tune in every.
I mean, they need programming.
Game. Yeah, they need programming.
Honestly, they need programming when sports are going full bore. People watch college draft.
Yeah,
they watch spring training. I'd rather watch people get shots.
Yeah.
Who flinches? Who can't stand the sight of blood? That might get me to tune into ESPN. Also, Vince McMahon running down. You said you were going to get a shot in them. That's like doing wrestling voices. You do one, Jackie.
I ain't good at it. I ain't good at it.
Come on, do it.
The only one I like, I like them all. Jimmy Hart, Mouth of the South. He's still living. I hope he's doing healthier than all this.
Stay off the beaches, Jimmy.
Oh, somebody passed away. I want to bring up. Excuse me. I just want to wish him and his family well. Not a coronavirus or nothing. Just old. old Brian Dennehy. You remember him, the actor?
Oh, what's your favorite Brian Dennehy?
Oh, he's in a bunch. Probably FX too.
That's a good one.
It's good. I'd better than the first one. Now
I never saw the first one.
You never. Well, you don't need to. I mean, it's good. You should watch it. But FX too. That's good. But yeah, he's in a bunch of outer space old people. He's in that. He's good in that. He's always good. He's in everything, and I always enjoyed seeing him. But rest in peace, Brian Dennehy. Hate to hear you go. There's a little bit of sad news, but yeah.
He always seemed like he had a lot of fun, like somebody coming in with a couple cases of beer, but his shoulders won't fit through the door.
Yeah. Or he real mean, Rambo. You wouldn't want to go have a beer with that sheriff. No, sir.
How do you feel about the Rambo? Would you rank the First Blood higher than like Rambo 6?
Yeah. It's better
than anybody like those last Rambos.
Ain't none of them as good as the first one.
Not even the second one?
No. First
what about the one where he fights with the Taliban?
He fights with them. He's on their side. They all team up together to fight the Russians. Yeah.
He better not run for nothing then.
And then there's one, the newest one. I guess all Mexicans are all bad in it. There's some good Mexicans that he likes, but the bad Mexicans take the good Mexicans and kill them, and then he goes and kills. It didn't seem like a Rambo movie to me, is what I'm saying.
What was this, Clint Eastwood one?
No, Rambo.
I thought it was the Mule. I thought you were talking about the Mule.
No, that's different.
Does Rambo get it on with two lovely ladies?
What? No. Rambo never had time for love. He was celibate. Okay. He lived in a monk. He never had girlfriends or anything like that. No.
I mean, they're making another Rambo. They're making another The Mule. Who would you rather see have sex on screen?
Neither one.
Scrawny Clint Eastwood or horrifying Sylvester Stallone?
Neither one of those. Neither one of those. I tell you what about those action heroes looking old and stuff. I can stand one, but what were they? They put them all together. What are they called? Spendable? What is it?
Yeah.
I can't look at that. They all look like old monsters. They had so much surgery on their face and everything, and they're all sitting together. And it's just like, I can take him by himself, but you surround yourself with more old people. Not all of them, but some of them, old people that had the face done something to it.
That's how I felt watching Bernie endorse Biden.
Yeah. Similar, yeah. So people mad as hell about that. Bernie people mad as hell about that, right?
It's hard to say who means anything these days. You could be out on the streets with a gun yelling to lock up the governor with a bunch of your gun-toting friends, and people could still say, are they just trolling? Or you could be on Twitter telling people that you would never, ever vote for Biden, even against Trump. Don't come at me when Trump wins. Don't get mad at me. I don't care. Or do get mad at me. And people are like, do they mean that? I don't know what anybody means anymore. Everything's a TV show. Everybody got COVID and they just immediately started their own Instagram Live. I don't understand the world anymore.
I feel safer just cooped up in here, I tell you. That these people wanting everybody to come out of the house, well, by going out with your guns ain't making me want to come out and join you. That's not working. You need to try something else. I'm gonna stay down here where it's safe. I got a virus I'm scared of, and I ain't scared of these idiots, but I sure as hell just don't want to. They're loud. I don't want to be around them. Well, we ain't had no big protest here in Tennessee yet. I'm sure there have been some little ones, but I ain't seen a big one up yet in Nashville.
But Jackie, I mean, it was Thomas Jefferson, I believe, who said that the blood of liberty must be watered with the mucus of your grandparents. I mean, I don't. You know what they say, Jackie? The only thing that stops. The only thing. Let me just make sure I got this right. The only thing that stops COVID-19 is a good guy with COVID-19. I believe that's right.
That don't make any sense.
Check your death math.
Oh, yeah. Hey, everybody, we appreciate you still bearing with us on the head. My name's Jackie Brawls.
Folks, people, it's Dunlap still here. Thanks for still listening to us for the second part of the Red State Update podcast.
I guess you can look at it too if you go on. What is it? That's the oldest one. YouTube. You can look at it. I'm in a one box and he's in another computer box.
You know how people do things these days. Well, it's no different here. Doing it that way.
Yeah, got to. Ain't no other way to do nothing.
Do it the way everybody's doing it, I reckon.
Yeah, join in on that. Yeah. Are you still there?
Yeah, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Good.
All right, we're still on. Okay, yeah, this is working good. All right. Well, this part of this where we do local sponsors here in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. If you're from Murfreesboro, going to hear about a bunch of good deals, a lot of good restaurants on them. Most all these are closed at the moment, so the sponsors are getting slim. It's hard, which is what the situation that we're in. Not much you can do about it. But local sponsors give us $25, and it helps us, keep this computer, keep him in that computer box, keep me in this one, keep it running, internet, all that stuff. So we appreciate that. Also, we got over on our, what is it called? I can't say it.
Patreon.
Yeah, on that thing. A lot of people help support us. We appreciate that. We can't thank them enough, especially in these times. Or just, bless your hearts. But yeah, if you give us you can give $1, but if you give or 50 cents, you can give whatever the hell you want. But if you give $5 or more, you get a whole extra one of these 20 extra minutes with both of us here. So get another one of those, and if you like it. And it also goes to support something that we used to do. But there's a bunch out there, if you ain't heard it yet, Redneck Matinee. Tell them what that is, Dunlap.
It's some of your favorite old 70s country movies. We got a bunch of them. We got new art for the next installments.
Oh, yeah.
New
Looks
banner
good.
art.
Yep, looks good. It's coming back, but if you ain't listened to it yet, go over and listen to what we got on there. There'll be more coming eventually sometime soon. But right now, I got a good sponsor, and we were talking about this last week at the end. I think when we got done, I said, is there anything good to say? Is there any good news at all? Is there anything? And I don't think we come up with nothing, did we? If we did, I done forgot it. So
I think we were mad that anybody was even trying to say there was good news.
I was mad. We need good news. Well,
we were mad at them for even considering the fact that you never listen to these, right? I'm not blaming you, but I don't know many people who do.
I can't remember what we say on them now.
I listen to them probably 40 or 50 times a week. I mean,
Right.
I think I'm pretty good.
What's wrong with you?
It gives me a lot of confidence when I hear myself giving my opinion, and it charges me up, gets me out there going, so I can give my opinion to other people.
What?
To continue to further give my opinion. You should try it. It's good.
I don't need to hear it. I've already said it. Why do I want to hear it again?
Because you're like, shit, yeah. It's like, yeah, hell yeah. That's right.
I don't need it. Well, if I was mad about good news last week, this week I'm come around on that. And I tell you what, my sponsor, who is Wipers again, if you remember last week, my sponsor was Wipers. I do remember that. They'll wipe down all your groceries for you. There's 12 of them in a van. It's, it takes forever to wipe down every piece of little, thing you get, every can, every bag, every piece of meat, whatever you get from a grocery store. You got to wipe it down. So these men wipe it down. There's 12 of them. 12 of them stay outside. Only 6 stay outside. 6 come inside, but no more than 6 and they got gloves and the mask and all that stuff. But they're doing a good service. But they overheard us having that discussion. They said that I did a good job, by the way, pitching their product with the dues. And I said, well, thank you. Appreciate that. I don't, little good news every now and then I appreciate. So that's what something, they said I did a good job. They want me to do it again. So here I am doing it. Wipers. But tell you what, they want more good news out there, and they're sponsoring this new segment on here that I'm happy to bring to everybody. So we usually do the sponsors after the horrible news. So I think it's we'll be doing it from now till whenever Wipers quits giving us $25, which could be soon. Who knows? But it's called Happy Stuff. Happy Stuff, brought to you by our good sponsors, Wipers. Happy Stuff. And this is just local stuff that's going on here. Good news. Stuff you ain't going to hear on CNN, ABC, MS, all of it. You ain't going to hear it on there. You're going to hear it right here on Happy Stuff. Now, I tell you what, this story here just starts out sad as could be, but boy, it gets good, and your heart's going to be thumping with happiness when I'm finished telling it. There's an older lady lived here in Rutherford County by the name of Lolly Constance. And bless her heart, she's up there in age like myself and senior. And this situation that we're in now is extra scary to seniors, people our age. I tell you what, because they'd say, you're the one that needs to stay in the most because, it'd kill you like that, So bless her heart, she's going through that like the rest of us. And she needed some toilet paper. And everybody knows what the situation toilet paper was for a while. It was bad. You couldn't get a hold of none. Nobody could get it nowhere. And bless her heart, somebody said, little Miss Lolly Constance, she ain't got no toilet paper, bless her heart. And she's scared to go to the store. And I said, well, I've got some toilet paper. First started off that way. Somebody brought her some over. She gave us, I needed that toilet paper. Bless your heart. And it makes you feel good to do good things for people. So bless their hearts for doing it. And then, of course, word got around. Murfreesboro has done a lot of things I'm not proud of, but by God, I'm proud of them sometimes, and I'm proud to be from here. This word got around town that Miss Constance, she needed some toilet paper, and everybody started bringing her toilet paper. She didn't know what to do. She had so much. She said, Jackie, I needed some toilet paper because, we get up in there and the age got bathroom problems. I said, yes, I know. But, I needed some. And by God, she had some. They kept bringing them. They bring 3 or 4 rolls. They bring 5 or 6 rolls. They brought so much toilet paper. She got her whole sewing room filled up with toilet paper. No more room in the whole room can't open the door, falls out. She got a shed out back full of toilet paper. And she also had to get a storage unit. It's not too far away. So, we go back for somebody to do it for her. They filled it up with toilet paper. And she said, she told me, she said, Jackie, I ain't going to live long enough to use all this toilet paper. And first off, she said, I hope I don't, because, I don't want to live that way either. But bless her heart, she said, I got all this toilet paper. And I said, well, that's out of the kindness of all these people's hearts. You never have to worry about toilet paper. She said, well, I just got so much. And I said, well, I'm sure you got kin, family, you could, share it with. She said, didn't have no family to speak of, none alive anyway. She's all on her own. So bless her heart, she's got I think a garage, a shed, a sewing room, and a storage unit not too far away, full of toilet paper just for her, Miss Lolly Constance. Now, if that ain't happy stuff, I don't know what is. Bless her heart. Bless her heart. And that's
she's hoarding all the toilet paper.
What?
She's the problem.
What do you mean she's a problem?
This old evil genius tricked the community into bringing her all the fucking toilet paper in Murfreesboro.
They brought it to her out of the kindness of their own hearts. No. She didn't con nobody.
And now she's sitting on it.
What's she supposed to do with it? They give it to her. It'd be rude to give toilet paper right back to you. If they somebody drive, especially like this, with a mask, gloves, everything on, drive all the way across town to your house with a I don't care how much toilet paper, a little bit, a whole lot. You ain't going to say, take that, put it back in your car, drive home. No, sir. People, it touches their heart to give. You're helping that person by taking that toilet paper.
She has, from the way you described it, probably $6 trillion worth of toilet paper.
Oh,
At today's prices, she's keeping it from other people who need it. Plenty of people got bathroom problems, not just old people. Old people barely go.
She needs it. She can't save the world.
What's she going to do with it all? You sit there and look at it. Like Scrooge McDuck dive into the toilet paper. I guess that might feel good, actually. Like a porpoise.
You can use toilet paper for other things besides cleaning yourself after a bathroom. There's other things you can do with it. You know it. Blow your nose, get a spider, pick up a spider with it. I mean, on and on.
If you are picking up a spider with toilet paper today, you deserve to be slapped in the face and sent to jail.
Hell with you. Now, it's a happy story. What are you getting mad for? We sit there and talk about everything awful in the world. This is happy stuff.
That's tricky stuff. What? Tricky stuff.
It ain't tricky.
Treacherous.
Bless her heart, she'll never have to worry about toilet paper again for the rest of her life. And I think that's nothing happening.
I got to worry about it every day.
I don't even know where you're at today. Where the hell are you?
I'm in somebody else's garage. They had a beer cooler.
Hell. No toilet paper, I reckon.
They got a Coke cooler. No toilet paper. There's a few rugs over here I can use.
All right, don't get that. You're going to get shot going in someone's garage like that. You can't move from garage to garage.
People's hearts are big and open these days. We're all in this together, except for the protesters and that crazy thief lady you just talked about.
No, she ain't no thief.
It's a Grinch. No. She's a Grinch, and you're the little dog. She grinched up everybody's toilet paper.
This is happy.
She tricked the hose into bringing all the toilet paper so she could wipe her big, furry, green ass.
Hey, watch your mouth. This is happy stuff, happy story. A little old woman don't ever have to worry about having nothing to wipe herself with for the rest of her life. It's a good story. In the middle of a pandemic, it's a happy stuff story brought to you by Wipers. We'll bring you some more happy stories next week. Looking forward to it. No matter what he says over here, mad as hell. Let him say whatever. Everyone's tricky to you.
Her asshole don't grow 3 sizes that day. Jackie, I've got a sponsor, and it may not be blatant pandering to get people stressed out over the pandemic to tune into your podcast like you just did.
Ow.
I have actual community news, an update on the drive-by Easter. Everybody was so excited.
Oh, yeah.
You couldn't get out and go to Easter, even though a lot of people did anyway. But you weren't supposed to.
I did.
If you cared about people, which I guess is not a major part of Christianity anymore. I guess they X that out of the platform. I guess nowadays not wanting to infect people and kill them is something that churches are okay with. I don't know when they had a meeting of the board and decided this, but I guess people are just going with it now. It's hard to keep up these days.
I can't do it. Yeah.
It's probably a magazine like Church News that tells you all about it, but can you imagine reading that?
Well, I heard some churches in Kansas are suing. They're going to sue the governor there because they say in the Bible it says we're all supposed to get together for this. Not to be sick, but that's pretty much what it might as well say.
Yeah, that's the Bible, all right. Like, get sick, sickies. Everybody loves a party. Is that what? Could I tell that if somebody was complaining like, "Hey, you too loud, you drunks"? I'd be like, "The Bible says to get together." Jesus drank wine. The Drunkard's Defense, that old Louvin Brothers song.
Yeah.
So, Murky Shellback, you all remember Murky Shellback.
Yeah.
To go with Trudy Patricia, but these days he's hooked up with Dr. Thelma from Murfreesboro Cheaps. Their courtship, I think I talked about this. She bought him a truck. He traded it in for a boat. She borrowed her daddy's truck, and they went in together on a big-ass trailer.
Yeah.
This giant trailer, like a wide-load trailer, big trailer. And they said, you know what? I'm going to save Easter this year. Get our German Shepherd, Reverend Grady Mutt, throw him in there. The cab of the truck's so big, we're 6 feet apart anyway, baby. We're going to have the best Easter parade on a giant ass tractor trailer anybody's ever had. In Murfreesboro, probably.
Everybody separated though, right? Separated.
6 feet apart,
All right.
plenty of social distancing,
Make sure,
masks.
Yeah. Okay.
Reverend Dean Jones, Gale Breath, he had a mask with a cross on it.
Okay.
From the sword, it's the cross. It's a symbol of the sword of flaming sword of forgiveness, Holiness Church, which I think they should have a flaming sword. But people are touchy when you criticize their masks. So they had drive-in church on the trailer. So it was drive-by, drive-in. So you could sit out in your yard in your lawn chair, and they'd drive by so you could see what drive-in Holiness Church was like. Got 2 cars in there parked, plenty of social distancing away. He was up there. They were in their car listening, and they'd act like they got some younger people in the church because they knew they were going to fall out in the spirit, fall out of the car, flop around, and they didn't want nobody to get hurt because you go to the hospital these days, it's a death trap. So they definitely got some younger people who could take a fall. And they were up there in the front so everybody could see drive-in church. And then you had Christian Harley Quinn and the Birds of Christmas Easter, helped out by Cool Bird with his bird wipe. So he'd wipe down the birds. The penguin was straight. The penguin was a penguin.
Ice cold. Penguin is Mr. Freeze.
Right.
And then penguin is another kind of bird. I don't remember. Dove, magician bird or something. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't agree with that.
Well,
but that was going great. She would hit him with a hammer, and before they got baptized, he'd wipe them down, and they'd dunk them, and she'd hit him with a hammer again. A great show, a great message. People really love seeing that in the flesh driving through their subdivision. And Cool Bird, I don't know if you knew this or if you heard from Monty Steamfast over at Wipers, but he did get a couple of the wipers to come and help him wipe down the bird. So he is working. I don't know if they're sharing. I don't know if they're in business together now. It kind of makes sense. Maybe the wipers are using Cool Bird wipes when they have to wipe a bird.
I didn't mention it. I don't know if they, if you come together with a business and it's popular, good for both of them, if that's the case. But I don't know one way or the other.
You can see all this through the Dr. Pam Householder's damn, Dr. Pam Householder from Heather Glen Springwood. Any window can be a householder window. She invented driving by and looking at old people through glass.
Long before anybody was sick, pandemic, anything, yeah.
Very indebted to her. I don't think she ever went public, but that senator from Georgia who invested all her money in work from home equipment, householder windows would have been something a corrupt politician would have put their money in right before the crash.
Yeah.
That's how important it is.
It is, yeah.
And of course, Mayor Jesus' skeleton, which I think this speaks to how important this was. The Mayor Jesus' skeleton was there representing the city of Murfreesboro, and they had a little fake tomb, and he would go in there and come out of the tomb and then go, "Happy Easter." And then some of the town aldermen would say, no, you got to go back in. We ain't got enough tests yet. We'll let you know.
Yeah, when the tests come. I tell you what, Mayor Jesus' skeletons really impressed me. I was skeptical about him, but just to be sure, maybe somebody watching it for the first time, we're not being blasphemous. He's portraying the story of Jesus' skeleton. Right. And the story of Jesus' skeleton is not about Jesus' actual bones. That all went to heaven. All of Jesus went to heaven. The story of Jesus' skeleton is when he was healing people. He he touched
He
her
needed
zap
some help. Yeah.
and brought the Jesus skeleton to life, and it would dance around, and anybody it touched, it'd heal the lepers and on, blind, all that stuff. So yeah, this is coming from a good place. You just say it out like that, Jesus skeleton. People think, hold your horse there. But I think I cleared that up.
Everybody in Murfreesboro knows, but it's probably safe that we go through this every time because we don't know who's listening, first time listener.
Yeah.
Just so you know where we're coming from.
Yeah.
We're not idiots. We don't think this is Jesus' actual skeleton.
No,
That's our mayor. And it's great for the kids. Still love him. Very popular. He's like an opposite Joe Biden. His polls with young people through the roof. People love Jesus' skeleton.
Well, hell, I'm old and I like it. So.
And what is an Easter parade on a trailer without the fucking Easter bunny? And he was right there behind Mayor Jesus' skeleton, portrayed by my former employer, country detective Rod Speckle, who had been missing, but we found him in the Easter bunny suit hanging up in the locker in there when they went to get it. I said, "You just won't do it since you're already in there?" And he said, "I'm just sitting here thinking." You know how country detectives are, pondering, thinking. And he bought some of his famous country detective hogs that he had taken from people hidden in the woods behind his house. As many of them as they could get on the trailer, just running around. They kept them there just with the apples and sticks, whatever they eat, feeding them. And let me tell you, Jackie, this went so well. It was such a big hit, and it did people's hearts so much good for about 7 minutes, and then all hell broke loose. It was a nightmare, another tragedy in the long history of Murfreesboro tragedies. If you were there to see it, you'll never forget it. Another trauma that we had to endure in this day and age. So apologies to everyone who saw it. So that's my sponsor.
What was it? I was cooped up down here. You saying it's a tragedy? What the hell happened? I wasn't out there. I didn't see any of this or hear about it. What is it?
Oh yeah, I guess you only listen to good news.
I just didn't hear about this on Easter. What the hell are you talking about?
Well, this is unhappy stuff brought to you by reality. So,
all right, smart butt. What the hell happened?
I guess at some point in the last week, everybody is up in arms and taking up arms. Is that what up in arms means? That you actually have guns? Because that would make sense, yeah. I should look that up on Mental Floss. So, an organization has started here in Murfreesboro called Sniffle. It's Sickness Needs Its Freedom Liberation Soldiers. So Sniffles, they've been going around threatening to make people open up. Went down to Sonic. There was a big altercation at Sonic. They went down there with bats and barbed wire, and they said, "You get out, you take them tots out there. Make them roll that window down all the way." They say, Jackie, that you can never really be free until you pretty bad sick. Well, I mean, your health is oppressing you, Jackie, because you never know when the other shoe's going to drop. And then once it drops, you're like, oh, okay, finally, sick. I mean, the freest of us all are the deceased, but once you're dead, you can no longer be an asshole. So it's important to walk that line. Philosophically, I don't quite get it, but they made their presence known at the drive-by Easter parade because the drive-in church, drive-in Holiness Church had an inflatable barrier in case when the worshipers fell out in the spirit, got the Holy Ghost, started kicking and flailing, they knocked it out of gear and the car went backwards. Well, somebody had stabbed that inflatable barrier with some sort of ice pick or fork.
Why would you do that?
And the car just rolled on over that, took out several of the birds of Christmas. Cool Bird had to dive off the trailer, but luckily they'd been wiping so much they just had a pile of discards in a ditch, and he landed on that. And we all know that Cool Bird's bird wipes are soft and easy on the hands.
Yeah.
Christian Harley Quinn hurt her ankle real bad. She tried. This is when the Sniffles warriors jumped out from behind the bushes in somebody's yard. Did not care about 6 feet apart. Did not care about masks. Well, they were wearing masks to hide their identity, but they said it wouldn't do. They said, I hope these masks don't do nothing health-wise.
Yeah.
But they still had on like masks, so you didn't know who they were. But they said, I bet if I coughed, it wouldn't stop one droplet. They said, we picked the thinnest mask we could. And they climbed up on that trailer. They tried to take the hammer away from Christian Harley Quinn. But it's a real heavy hammer. And a lot of these Sniffles people were not feeling great and got winded very easily.
Yeah.
The car knocked Jesus' skeleton in the tomb off. The tomb shattered. Jesus' skeleton not doing that great.
What?
Well, I mean, he's fine. He's just depressed.
Oh, okay.
Well, I mean, depression's a real problem, Jackie.
It is, but still, you scared me. I didn't know.
Well, I mean, like, physically he's okay. He's just kind of bummed about the whole thing.
Well, yeah, I guess.
And then a couple of people from Sniffles stole one of the other holiness worshiper cars, and they took them hostage. They took damn country detective Easter Bunny Rod Speckle, 2 hogs, and a damn and the penguin. But I don't know if it was the penguin, the actual penguin.
Oh,
Or the other.
They called one's a penguin, but the penguin is Mr. Freeze because of cold, and the other one's, I think, a magician bird. That's the penguin. So if it took a penguin, then it's Mr. Freeze one.
I don't know. People just said they took the penguin. I said, like the penguin? They said, I don't know. Anyway, them householder winners did nothing to stop that car from careening off the side of that. So they got Rod Speckle held hostage. I mean, he seemed fine. He was pondering, but he was still wearing that damn Easter Bunny suit, which I don't know if it does anything to protect you against COVID. They drove off pretty fast, but then they stopped to rest. But things were in such disarray that the cops were looking on down the road. But the Sniffle soldier had to stop for a minute and just take a nap on the side of the road. Also, them hogs, pretty tame. Just climbed right in that car with them. I don't even think they wanted the hog to go with them, honestly, but that one, I guess it's more like a pet.
Hog smart. Smart. Hog smart animals. Smarter than people give them credit for, yeah.
What is this, Pulp Fiction? Anyway, Murky Shellback said he ain't never doing this again. They traded in the boat and the trailer. They didn't get too much for them because they were kind of banged up.